Hi, welcome to Professor R.J. Placone on Communication Excellence. I think this is my 37th video, and I hope you take advantage of the free subscription. Today, I want to talk about President Trump and New York City Mayor-elect Mamdani. I think they're two sides of the same communication coin. I'm not saying their oratory skills are similar, but I think at their core messaging, there are more similarities than dissimilarities. And part of why I talk about this is to remind us that one of the ways that we become better communicators is to observe others and to learn from others. And don't limit yourself to just learning from people like you. Learn from people who are unlike you. So here we have two people, one on the right, right, one on the left. One sometimes labeled a fascist, the other sometimes labeled a communist. But they're two sides of the same communication coin. I mean, both of them ran as outsiders. Both of them shunned and were shunned by the old guard of their political parties. In Trump's case, the Republican Party. In Mamdani's case, the Democratic Party. Both of them ran focused on a crisis. For Trump, it was an immigration crisis. Countries were emptying their jails and sending their criminals to an open border in the United States. And these criminals were taking advantage of what the United States had to offer to the detriment of hardworking Americans. So the devil here is not just the illegal immigrants, but it's the countries that are sending them here and the countries that are unfairly taking advantage of us in a multitude of ways, including economic trade. For Mamdani, it's a crisis not of immigration, but it's an affordability crisis. It's hard to make ends meet in New York City. And the devil here is the wealthy, because the wealthy aren't paying their fair share. And as a result, what trickles down to others is just not enough. So both of them, I think, tap into economic discontent. Both of them reach out to people who feel like they're getting the short end of the stick. For whatever reason, they're being left behind. And both of them position themselves as someone who can fix the problem, solve the crisis. And both of them make a lot of promises. For Trump, we're going to bring manufacturing back in this country. We're going to generate an economy that's going to be unparalleled in the country's history, and everyone will be able to benefit from that. For Mamdani, he's about trying to get more money to be able to make things affordable, universal childcare, free buses, trying to put a lid on rent, trying to make housing more affordable. Both of them have a big agenda, very lofty goals. Now, in Trump's case, we've seen one full term, and the first year of a second term, you can be the judge of whether or not he has been successful in reaching the goals he has outlined for us. In Mamdani's case, he hasn't even assumed office yet. It's an ambitious agenda. We'll see where all it goes. But it's quite the journey that he has charted out. So just a reminder that even if you take a look at people who are seemingly very, very different, and in many ways they are, in terms of their communication strategy and their basic appeals, they seem to be two sides of the same coin. It reminds us we can learn from each other. We can learn from people very different from us, because when we look closer, we may find more similarities than we thought, and we may find more things that we want to emulate. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.